It's Irondequoit hockey on the Connors and Ferris High School Sports Show. Joining us, our G&G Fitness Coach of the Week, Coach Rick Giuffrida, in his 17th season. He just won his 200th game. Also, a couple of senior leaders for a team that's had a terrific regular season. Heading into Saturday's finale, 8-2-1. It's Jordan Flynn and Vaughn Letta. Guys, obviously I work at Irondequoit. Congrats on a great start to the season. I know you want more here in the next week and a half. Thanks for being here, fellas.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you.
Coach, first, congratulations. Our Coach of the Week is not just about wins and losses. It's about impacts on young men that have come through this program over the years and every year, really. Rick, any influences in your career that really kind of molded you as a coach?
I had a couple. I played at Irondequoit, so the legendary Al Mertz was our coach, and he was a no-nonsense guy, his way or the highway. So it kind of taught me a lot about hard work. And then when I got done, I played 2 years for the junior Amherst. Ex-Amherst Barry Smith was my coach. And then when I got done, I got to work with him. So, those two guys, two different styles, but a lot of knowledge between them. So I kind of picked a little bit of each.
Vaughn, I'm going to start out with you for the first question because I heard if I ask Jordan a question, that might just chew up the whole segment, right? So,
Yeah,
Vaughn,
that's a very high possibility.
What is Coach like? Is he tough on you guys? Is he fair? Does he change depending on the day? What's he like? How does he get the best out of you guys?
He definitely makes us work and practice, and you always need a good coach that's going to do that. So he definitely gets us there. Comes in the locker room before the game, gets us going, gets us ready to go, talks about what we got to do, and he just sets the tone for the game, and then we got to go execute.
Jordan, same question. What do you think he does to get the best out of you guys?
I think he pushes us really well in practice and games. He's always saying something that 9 times out of 10 is always right. And the more that we listen to him, the more that we get out in each and every game. And like Vaughn said, he pushes us at practice. He comes into the locker room before games. He gets us going, and overall just does a really good job.
Rick, this is a team that's, like I said, 8-2-1. You won 5 out of 6. You had a 5-game losing streak or winning streak snapped on Thursday at Canandaigua. Did you think this team had championship potential and had this kind of potential for this season, or have they surprised you at all?
I always go in very optimistic. There were a lot of question marks with this group. We're not deep. We only, on a game-to-game basis, we probably run about 7 forwards and 4 defensemen. So there was, I know my core guys that contributed last year. Little unsure about some others that have surprised on the good side. So, and then, like I tell the team, Vaughn's having an excellent year, and whenever you have a good backstop, it breeds confidence on the team, and we have to feed off of that and play to that strength. So, but yeah, I'm comfortable with where we are, and last night was rough. It was our 3rd game in 3 nights, and that's a lot. And the unfortunate part was the end of it was the toughest opponent, and we went in there last night with only really 3 defensemen. We got 1 guy out. So the guys were taxed, and it didn't surprise me a little bit. We just didn't have a lot in the tank.
You're referring to Thursday's 4-0 loss to Canandaigua, a team that you had beaten early in the season 5-0. And Vaughn, that's a tough one to take. Obviously, you've been terrific this season. Only 22 goals allowed for the whole season as a team. Was it how mentally tough and physically tough was it to go 3 nights in a row like that?
For me personally, I played in 2 games, so I was kind of ready to go. I got a nice little break on Wednesday. We beat Aquinas, and I was fired up, ready to play. I knew they were going to come hard from the start. I mean, they wanted their revenge. We brought it to them last game, and they just came out on top last night.
Jordan, can a loss like that help this team?
Yes. A loss like that can do a lot of things. It kind of knocks you back into reality and gives you a heads up saying, look, we aren't as big as we think we are. We need to get back to the drawing board and start from not necessarily square one, but go back to the basics and get back to our systems.
How do you feel about that loss, Rick? Obviously, you said that the guys were fatigued, but mentally, what do you think that can do for this group?
Well, I think kind of what Jordan said a little bit. Sometimes you'd get a false sense of yourself a little bit. So I think a loss like that really makes you reflect and, kind of focus in a little bit. Because sometimes when you win games, it kind of masks some of the things teaching points that we want to get across. So a game like last night kind of brings things back into focus. So, we watched the tape of it and we can learn a lot and hopefully, carry us forward.
We're recording this on Friday, so you'll be playing your season finale, regular season finale on Saturday, 7 o'clock, Lakeshore against Batavia Notre Dame. Do we know, Rick, are you still in play for the number 1 seed despite the loss?
I just looked a little while ago, and right now we're number 3. I don't know if we can get to 1. I think if we can win tomorrow night, we can get to 2. And again, with the point structure, and the strength of the record of other teams, could we go to 4? So I'm not really sure. It's it's a little more complicated for me to figure out. I just want
to win tomorrow.
What's that, Vaughn?
We get 10 points for a win tomorrow. I already did the math.
Okay. I leave it for the younger guys that are still in school doing that stuff.
There was an old owner by the name of Al Davis who used to say for the Oakland Raiders, just win, baby.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Right. Jordan, you got 8 goals, 7 assists. Eli Valapek, 7 and 13. Leo Letta, younger brother of Vaughn, 7 and 16. And top scorer Bryce Billetier with 13 and 10. That's really good balance. Jordan, has that allowed you guys to be even more dangerous, the fact that there's not that one dominant scorer?
I definitely think that. I think our top guys, we move the puck really well together. We've been gelling a lot in practice. We know where each other's going to be. We know each other's tendencies well. And having other guys, I know for me personally, knowing that I can slide a puck over to Bryce or Eli, knowing that they're going to be able to do something with the puck, makes me feel a lot better being able to give up that puck and then go do my job in the corners or in the front of the net and let them take care of all the pretty stuff.
We're talking some Irondequoit hockey here on the Connors and Ferris High School Sports Show. Vaughn, who's the first person that stuck you between the pipes and said, go ahead, stop these things flying at you? Who put you in goal?
My dad. It was kind of like, test the water, see how I liked it. Then kind of just stuck with it ever since.
And you like it, obviously, right?
Yeah.
Have you figured out, are you going to try to play in college? What's next for you?
I'm still kind of thinking about it. I'm young, got some time, so.
Okay. And Coach Giuffrida, people say they try to ratchet things up for sectionals. Is there anything different you want to see out of these guys, or just do what you've been doing for 11 games and, you've been pretty successful?
Well, every day in kind of practice, it's kind of a theme that in most coaches, you want to be better defensively. Offense will always take care of itself. So, like a game like last night, there was some glaring mistakes. And so we talk about it. And, but hockey's such a, fluid game that, guys are moving all over, that mistakes are going to happen, but we just kind of want to minimize them. So that's just a constant theme. Just kind of, let's take care of our own zone. Let's learn how to get the puck out. 5 guys moving forward.
Last question for the guys. Guys, it's been 20 years since Irondequoit won a Section 5 title. What would it mean to you to have that happen this year? Jordan, I'll go first.
It would mean everything to me. I've been playing hockey my entire life. I've been up and down with injuries. This is my first year completely healthy, and there's nothing more in this world that I would rather do than to lift up a brick with my brothers that I've been playing for years.
As crazy as the last 11 months have been, Vaughn, how cool would it be to win a championship with this squad?
It'd be pretty sweet, not the most skilled guys, but definitely can compete. And it would just be nice because with like COVID and all that, we're not playing at RIT. So, winning a brick where you started off as a kid would just be unreal.
Well, congrats on a great regular season, no matter what happens tonight at Lakeshore. Coach Giuffrida, congrats on being our G&G Fitness Coach of the Week. And I can tell you, I love what you guys just said, because one reason I like working in this district, and it's a blue-collar district. You guys play with a chip on your shoulder. People operate with a chip on their shoulder, and it's certainly motivating. And I know I wish you guys the best of luck in sectionals. All right.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Rick, good luck to you, buddy.
All right, Jeff, thank you very much.
Thanks for being on our show. We'll take our first break. You're listening to the Connors and Ferris High School Sports Show, brought to you by Salvatore's Pizza.